Do you ever text your boss when you actually mean to text your boyfriend?
How about posting some cringy stuff on LinkedIn and then asking us to roast it?
Or maybe you're posting on LinkedIn about not wanting to pay someone any money to work for you.
And expecting people to agree with you.
Whatever it may be, this episode covers it all.
Let's get into it.
Demoted.
All right, then.
All right, welcome back to Remoted.
Hi, everyone.
Should
I do one too? Should I not?
If anyone's watching this, which we know none of you do, there's a little bit of an Easter egg for you this episode.
A beaster egg, if you will.
Which is a Dex cam. You might be wondering, what's a Dex cam?
And a lot of you have been asking for it, so you already know.
You already know it's a camera facing towards Ross's dog, Dex, who is so comfortably seated on a recliner, and you'll just get to kind of hear his live reaction to us.
He's very emotive. And by live reaction, I mean he's mostly probably going to sleep there.
He's just going to sleep and look. He's actually kind of gazing out the window right now, which is...
Send it on over to Dexcam.
Dex, any word. He's so tired.
He has the weariest bones of any creature that has ever existed. His bones are just too weary.
A full-time job, like keeping you happy,
just
which
an
is
unemployed
impossible.
freeloader. That's what he does. Yeah,
total freeloader.
He does have the impossible job of making me happy.
This is an exciting episode, guys. It's actually a Moterhead roast where we are roasting you, most of which I think you consented to. Someone wrote in asking for a roast. Others wrote in,
like, please roast my LinkedIn.
We're like, okay, we'll go right ahead.
All right, guy.
And others are things where they're kind of self-aware and saying, you can totally roast me. So a lot of confessions, what's good. And then this is actually the last episode Ross will be in until he has his kid.
Before I'm with child. Man,
So
all the work I'm going to have to put in is just crazy. It's crazy.
Paternity leave over at Demoted Productions LLC is not great.
It's not great.
He's taking 2 weeks.
I'm taking 2 weeks, 2 strong weeks. I'm going to make the most of it. By that time, little fishy should be in boarding school, which will be nice. Take a little bit off my plate. You know, I feel like we'll bond pretty hard for a couple of weeks. And then it's just like, hey, time to be independent.
You.
Time to go like grow up. You know,
grow up. One of the founders of the company I advise for just had a kid, and he was like, the amount of diapers I've gone through.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I change it, I feel as though I'm breaking the bag. We got 3 giant packages from Costco, and we think we're good. He's like, oh no, we had to go right back.
Yeah, I got Kirkland diapers for days, and I know it's never going to be enough. And my wrist already hurts thinking about all the butt I'm going to wipe.
You are wiping so much butt.
It's going to be insane. We got these little like scoopy things for, I don't know, they look like
you
little
put
shovels.
Like Vaseline.
Yeah, and then wipe your baby's ass with it.
They're just so tired of pooping all the time that they get
so
little diaper
tired
rash.
of pooping. Yeah. Which, you know, I get it. As Nat said, this is going to be a smorgasbord, if you will, of segments. There's no real theme here. We're going to kick it off hot, though, with a corporate confession. And Nat, do you want to do the honors of reading this? It's fine. It's 14, 15, 16 paragraphs.
I'll start.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. First of all, love the pod. Thanks for brightening my work days. I have a cringe but also funny story to share. It was some years ago. I started in a consulting company as a fully remote consultant. When I was hired, the partner and I agreed to 6 months after I joined, we would have a meeting to discuss if my role and salary would continue the same or if I'd be promoted to senior. It was the day of the 6-month meeting, and I was nervous. To calm myself down before the meeting, I was iMessaging my BF, telling him how nervous I was, how much I liked the team, etc. I joined the meeting on time. After 2 minutes, the partner sent a message to me saying he would be 5 minutes late. At this time, thinking I was writing in the chat with my BF, I sent the following message. Partner is late. I just want to get this fucking promotion. I just want a 7% raise to X. I like the team. No need for more. However, my worst nightmare happened. I sent the message in the chat with the partner, and it took some seconds to realize it, and after panicking, I deleted the message. But I saw the viewed sign. Shit. He saw it. And he started typing.
Oh, no.
After what looked like ages, realistically it was probably 3 seconds, he sent, I saw it, and joined the meeting seconds later. He found me pale in the meeting and said, and I quote, Hi, we're on the same page. I know you like the team. The offer is a promotion and a 20% raise. I guess I don't need to ask if you accept it.
Wow.
After accepting it, only nodding because I wasn't able to emit any sounds, he told me to calm myself down, and I got the effing promotion and left.
Let's go.
Best partner ever. Total badass. After that, we became close and used to drink a lot together when we met at the company parties. I stayed at the same company until getting a much better offer years later, and I was sad to leave. Thanks, guys. Love the pod. Wow.
I love a happy ending.
Here's the thing. Sometimes being direct works. Ask for what you want.
Yep.
And sometimes you'll actually get a 13% higher raise, which doesn't happen often.
We love brutal honesty. The more you find yourself up the chain of command in the world of business, you'll find that people are they have less time for bullshit. It's less nonsense. Like, just give it to me straight. Look, I know this isn't personal. Like, you're doing a job here. Like, let's not call it more than it is. You are spending your time and we are trading you currency for that time. Like, you want more currency to spend your time doing this. Great. Cool. I understand.
Totally. And they don't have time to craft this whole, like, here's the percentage we're giving you and here's why.
Yep.
For me with Annie, I say every year, like our year-end performance review, I'm like, come to me with what you're asking for. What's your ask? Let's chat about it. What are your expectations? And then we can get to a number together. Obviously, that's not every company in the world, but I like knowing what your expectation is.
Yeah. Exactly. And again, you don't get what you don't ask for. So it's always worth the ask. I obviously can understand the cringe factor because there's a cringe factor. You fucked up.
You did.
You fucked up. And it wasn't necessarily going to go that way positively. I mean,
it worked
out.
You could have said so many worse things. I would have been like, I effing hate it here. Give me more money or I'm leaving.
Right. I can't stand this place.
You know, what
You'd
a
have
sweet
to give me
thing
at
to
least
say.
13% more.
I really enjoy my team. I feel like I'm growing. I'm learning every day. I enjoy their presence.
And with that, I mean, let's send it over to Dexcam. Dex, what do you think about this sort of corporate confession?
He's gone.
He's gone.
He hated it.
He's gone. He hated it. He's on the floor. We've lost Dexcam. I cannot wait to record an hour and a half of my chair.
Of just your chair, just your leather chair.
Of just the leather chair. So yeah.
Do you want to get him back up? Do you want to take a second?
I can. Hey, Doodle. Hey, Doodle, come here. Can you come up here? This is where coworkers work. Go on.
Oh.
That's a perfect spot. Look at you.
Oh, good. Dex is back in his seat, everyone. We will be shooting it to the Dexcam.
He's such a good kid.
Only if you're on YouTube do you get this sheer delight.
This special Dexcam. Actually, you may be able to get it on a Spotify. I'm not totally sure.
Can we do a quick what's good before getting into the rest of the episode? I know we wanted to start with that corporate confesh, but like, what's good with you? Where are you at in life?
Yeah, I mean, so this is my last sode before I'm with child, before I am a father. As you mentioned earlier, the Demoted Productions pat leave isn't great, but I'm going to use all of it, all 2 weeks. And then I will be back. I think in the middle somewhere there will be a little guest episode, little Natalie solo pod.
We're having Annie on, which will be exciting.
Annie, and you'll understand Annie so much after that episode. It's going to be electric. You'll understand probably my dynamic with Annie, and I won't even be there. And it's going to be great.
We'll miss you. We'll feel your presence in the room. What's the one thing you've done? Like, what are you going to miss most about being double income, no kids?
I mean, the freedom, it sounds like. Someone sent me this quote yesterday because I low-key, high-key hard launched having a kid on Instagram yesterday. You know, there's two sides to having a kid. There's like all the great things and all the terrible things, but you're already prepared for all the terrible things. Like, you've already been tired, right? You've already been stressed, but nothing prepares you for how all the wonderful things, all the incredible things.
Aww.
And that's what you're going to get. So it's like, yeah, like it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to reprioritize things, but I do think there's going to be a lot of cool, unexpected wonderment, if you will, of having a kid. So
are you feeling a bit of joy? Are you reframing? I'm excited for you.
I think so. I am. I just wish I could fast forward the next 2 weeks and like get past the whole
shock.
Like, the hospital sort of situation. Like, I wish I could be home.
Gory, yeah.
Yeah, barbaric, medieval shit.
You're
that's
holding
go
a
down.
Leg. You're obviously fainting because we have to make this about you.
I'm unconscious. I've got a drip. I'm on the gurney next to her.
You do the scissors thing where you cut the umbilical cord. They're like, you want to do it, Pop? You're like, no.
Not exactly.
I'm not a doctor. You take it.
I think I'm going to be required to, due to the certain dynamics in this household of me not having say over stuff. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I've just been taking scissors and practicing, like just cutting stuff.
Just cutting stuff all the time.
So yeah, what's good with you?
We're so excited for you. I think No What's Good will amount to that. This is huge. This is thrilling. I can't wait for, the next round of Fishy's little sister. That is going to be my best friend. And that'll be round 2 of you being a father. But
terrifying.
Nothing much for me. I'm pretty low maintenance and don't really have a ton of, you've always said that. And so I flew to LA to get my hair done yesterday.
Oh.
Which was obviously easy and
just a quick down and back. Did you fly through Burbank or did you go to LAX?
Puddle jump. I went to LAX. Should have done Burbank. In looking
Gotta do
back,
Burbank.
But got a keratin treatment. I got my extensions out, so I have no hair right now.
Oh wow,
it's quite scary. Had to pull it back to spare you.
I
thought
something was different. I was like, I don't know. She's going with her Skeletor look, I guess.
Yeah, she looks kind of dead. And then this afternoon, I'm going to a styling appointment at Aritzia to get styled, which I'm quite excited for.
Oh man, you've been wanting that for a while, right?
I have been wanting that, specifically an Aritzia styling appointment. So just can't wait.
That's going to be like, so what happens there? They just bring a bunch of clothes, they put some stuff on you, like, no. Oh yeah.
Can I do something else?
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And it'll be like 5 sales associates, gorgeous gals working there being like, no, you need to get that. And I'm obviously going to buy the whole store. So
you're like, if it's not black, white, or beige, I don't want it.
It's a no. No, I'm trying to add more color to my wardrobe. That's one of my kind of themes for this styling appointment. So we'll see. Should we get into this? Guy's about to be a father. That segment did so well on our last episode.
That segment crushed. Sure. We can get on one of these episodes.
We just have a couple things. Just because we only get 2 episodes to do this, then you're gone. So this guy's about to be a father. Let's roll the tape.
Oh no, this one. Starts off hot. So those are all sounds.
And this is called The Sounds of Corporate Bro.
These are all sounds taken from various videos I've done in the past. So those are all different noises I've made across the various posts I've made since day one.
Well, thank you. That first thing I looked at was terrifying. I think you were jerking off a piece of corn.
That was a wiffle ball bat, but yes.
Okay.
That was an episode called Corporate Bro Gets Called into HR for viciously pleasuring the bat.
And do you see that and you're like, yeah, I should probably archive that before my son gets into the world? Or are you like, you know what? He can see it. He's got to know his dad does stuff to wiffle ball bats.
Watch.
Let him see.
Let him see what his father's done. Well,
now
I'll cross that bridge.
Now that you have the link, maybe you can do a quick archive. It's hard to go through since 2016.
Yeah, that's deep. That's extremely deep. Oh.
Let's head into the next one. This guy's about to be a father. Roll the tape.
Banned from the massage chairs? But I only used it once. Oh my God.
It's so crazy seeing you like in your actual office setting.
Yeah.
This is your desk. This is your little bobblehead. Your baseball, your freaking whatever tool this is, of course.
That is my Theracane, and it is for massaging. And this episode was titled Corporate Bro Gets Banned from the Massage Chair in his second week. Your poor, just God. You telling HR, you're like, it's actually really appropriate and like not that bad. Like, what did I even do? I moaned super loud. I didn't realize that was a crime.
Sorry, I moaned in the company massage chair. Like, sue me.
It felt really good. It felt good.
Did. It was a euphoric experience.
Sometimes I go back and look at my old stuff and I'm like, damn, dude, like you peaked so early. It's just like a shame there wasn't an algorithm back then because that would have gone viral. Like, no doubt in my mind, all this new stuff I've done is trash. In comparison.
Why don't you just bring it back? Because like those aren't hitting the feed. Why don't you just remake some old videos?
I should remake them. That's actually a good idea. I should go remake some of those old Vines.
Oh, also kind of a what's good, exciting for me. We've selected who we're going to hire. for the Corporate Natalie team.
Oh, shit. Are you going to reveal her on the Natalie, the Annie episode?
Maybe. She's definitely going to be more like behind the camera, but she'll definitely be a part of my life, my
content. Did you offer it to her and she sobbed?
So we're currently doing the background check. This is like really deep tea, but I'm going to call her later today once everything goes through.
Wow. So she'll be in her like second week by the time, maybe third week. I don't know when this one comes out, but she'll be firmly entrenched in her role.
She will. Well, we're giving it a couple weeks. She has to give her 2-week notice. And then she's going to start.
So she may not have started yet. Okay. I see. Well, can you give us any other deets? Probably not. Not yet.
No deets yet. I don't want to itchy goo me anything but we are so excited. And growing the team is just like a really big, new, fun step. I'm reading a book called The Making of a Manager, trying to like figure out, hone in on my management skills.
Yep.
And you just realize no one's perfect. I'm not doing anything wildly correct or wildly incorrect.
Just figuring it out. Got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I love that.
You had a baby. I'm bringing on a new
There's
kind
different
of a new
ways to get new
team.
employees.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Mine takes a little longer hiring process, but
birth them. Yeah.
But I don't have to pay them. So
exactly.
That's nice.
True.
That is nice. I do have to wipe their ass. Anyway, neither here nor there. Well, congratulations on that. That is extremely exciting. And I can't wait to hear their little voice faintly in the background of one of these episodes calling out.
Thank you. I know.
So
calling out. Can you do this new segment for us?
Yeah, I was going to say, we have no way to transition because, again, this is an incredibly random episode. So this is called Roast of a Motorhead, which is a new segment. And this is a post from a Motorhead named Jackson who sent it in, who wanted us to roast him for a specific LinkedIn post that he made. And it's weird to be asked to roast someone who posted something that appears to be genuine, but maybe is a troll.
It's giving forklift. It's giving forklift.
So I'm going to read the post. Here's what the text part of the post said, and then I'll let Natalie describe the images that he attached to this. So here it is. 1 million meters, 365 days, a challenge I set for myself in 2024. Not just to row a certain distance, but to keep a word to myself. How much does your own word mean to your own self? I chose 1 million because why not? Who just says, let's row 1 million meters for fun? I wanted to dig deep, to test my commitment, my ability, and my discipline. The toughest part of this challenge in hindsight is what I loved most. On the days I didn't want to row, didn't want to get up early, or stay late to log the meters, that's when it got real fun. Because those moments were an internal conversation with myself. No one was depending on me for this other than myself. Never a doubt. That's the end. And the pictures?
The pictures are Sweet Jackson sitting on a rower, smiling. He looks so genuine and so excited.
Looks like a garage.
The next one are the season stats on an app that I think is called C2. Is that what that app is?
I can't. Yeah, C2 maybe.
Which is, I guess, some strange rowing app.
Yep.
1 million lifetime meters, 74 total hours, 261 workouts, 59,000 calories. Thank you for your season stats. And then just a black and white image of the lone rower sitting in what appears to be his garage with a kettlebell to the right of it. I don't know if that's a decorative piece or if he's also using
it's
that.
Like a 4-pound kettlebell. This guy really gets after it.
When you were reading that, and this is maybe a deep cut, but in Severance, there's this character, Rickon, who wrote a book, The You Are, which made zero sense.
He kind of gives Rickon look. He kind of gives a little Rickon vibe.
It kind of gives Rickon, and it's like a self-help book that every sentence doesn't make sense. Like, your job is just a job, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know the memes where it's like nobody. Literally nobody at all. Jackson. 1 million meters, 365 days, a challenge I set for myself.
How much does your own word mean to your own self?
I don't know.
I don't know.
My brain is in a pretzel trying to read that.
I can't quantify that, nor do I really know it.
Right.
We have a couple follow-up questions that I'll ask you, like, is this appropriate for LinkedIn?
I guess so. You can file that right under the nobody gives a shit column.
These days, everyone's posting everything. So Jackson, props to you for just making the post.
Yeah.
But
74 hours? I mean, that's not a lot of gym time.
Jackson, we love you, but Ross it will make fun of you. Is this an impressive accomplishment was the next question. Ross seems to think no. Me doing
I think it's cool.
1 million lifetime meters, very challenging. I'm going to go with yes.
Look, I think it's cool. And I would pull up my workout app over there and my total pounds lifted. But it's on Dexcam right now. It's like 30 million pounds. Your boy's moved 30 million. I mean, look, the row thing, cool. I do hate rowers. The erg machine, anyone who's a rower, like that is a true workout. Absolutely ridiculous, devastating workout. If you can do like 10 minutes on there, you're a beast. So in that regard, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Again, I can't find the words to describe how little I give a shit,
I'm dead. Of course you don't give a shit. And then the final pull through that I do want to ask you, Ross, how could this have been related to B2B sales as we see with these types of posts on LinkedIn?
I mean, I just think a million miles, that's like $1 million. No one's going to close it but you. You got to make a promise to yourself that you're going to go out there and you're going to hit that quota. Some days you don't want to pick up the phone. Some days you don't want to update your pipeline. But those, you know what? Those are the most fun, right? Because you work through it.
Those are the days you sit on the rower and you get that dip.
Yeah, that's when it got real fun, to quote my man Jackson. Is that internal conversation with myself. Do I suck at sales? Do I not suck at sales? Do I like money? Do I not like money? Do I have an Adderall addiction? Yes, I do. Am I going to pick up the phone? Also, yes, I am. I'm going to. And that's what this screams to me. There's at least 10 lessons here that could apply to B2B sales.
And we wish we saw them, Jackson. Our only wish is that it was longer. It was a longer text post.
I wish. Hey, he got 108 likes, 18 comments. Proud of you. Doing the deal when we don't want to deal. This is how winning works. You've won. Now keep winning. Sheesh. Is that Alex Toussaint coming out the woodwork? No, it was the vice president of enterprise sales at Amarok Security. But same thing.
Get it, Jackson. Thanks for being a Moterhead. Thanks for letting us roast you. If we went too hard, let us know. And we're sorry.
Let us know in the comments. I don't give a shit. You asked for it. You signed up for it. And I can go as hard as I want. Here's a non-Moterhead LinkedIn post that we're going to roast. The other day, I interviewed a potential manager to work with my company. He requested to be paid $40 an hour, to which I replied, the most I pay anyone initially is $20 until I can trust them. Then he went on to tell me about his depth of experience and how he is not in the, quote, tryout phase of his life anymore. Then he hung up. When I was 24, I worked 20 to 40 hours a week as an intern with no pay. I learned more than any high-paying job could have taught me. Furthermore, my experience opened the door to so many incredible opportunities that I could have not gotten otherwise. Well, this guy worked as an unpaid intern at 24 years old, and that is why you will not get $40 an hour.
Frank does not pay his people well, and that's okay.
Not until he trusts them.
This is a literal manager position.
Yeah.
You're going to give a manager $20 an hour?
I was going to say you can't put a price on trust, but apparently you can. It's an additional $20 an hour.
You know what this line of I'm not in the tryout phase of life anymore reminds me of?
What's that?
A line that our dear friend and producer Talon said to us. He said, I'm no longer doing passion projects. Oh, this better turn into a business.
That's
Talon
real,
was talking about the podcast, and we were like, yeah, we want to take this seriously. Like, this is a business, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm done doing passion projects.
Yeah.
I'm ready to make some money.
He's like, well, then Natalie still is using the shitty microphone. She just can't remember her microphone.
She can't.
She can't do it.
She hasn't been to Menlo Park in months.
No. It's been so long. Your mom misses you. She's wondering, she's recording a pod on your microphone.
She's
probably
coming tonight, and I told her to bring the mic tonight. So we'll have it for the weekend when you have your kid.
Great. Perfect. We'll do a live remoted during the birth. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
Let's talk about some workplace movie pitches, because that seems like what would naturally come next.
Right. Like if you were to pitch a workplace drama or comedy to Netflix, what would be some of those hooks?
Here's some bad workplace movie pitches that you'll probably watch on Netflix later this year.
On a company offsite, a work wife and work husband are assigned adjoining hotel rooms. Will their loyalty to their real marriages last? We'll see.
That's like a White Lotus meets Temptation Island crossover.
Temptation Island is so good. Have you watched that?
I bet whenever I'm like playing video games in here, and then I go in the other room and Becca's watching, Temptation Island, and I'm like, what is happening here? Why are the producers intentionally ruining these people's lives?
Soon you're just gonna have to watch Miss Rachel. So enjoy Temptation Island.
That's true.
Yeah,
Fishy's gonna like Temptation Island.
Fishy's gonna love it.
After a Big Four consultant suddenly falls ill, a first-week intern must deliver a 64-slide PowerPoint to a hungry Fortune 100 CFO before lunch arrives.
An HR rep is found strangled to death in the office. The only clue? The lingering smell of microwave salmon.
And that's a clue you're going to have to follow. Moments after sending an unsolicited email, a flustered SDR notices they did not replace the templated placeholder text. Will they be able to unsend the email in time, or will the prospect most likely not open the email anyway?
A young Scrum Master is tasked with uniting the sales and marketing team to battle the troll currently living in the handicap stall. Kind of more of a fantasy meets office.
I mean, is there not a troll at every handicap stall?
Are you the troll in the handicap stall?
It could be me. It could be me. It's just like when you use the handicap stall, you feel like you're living a life of luxury.
You do.
There's so much space. A new intern unknowingly befriends a grumpy janitor who turns out to be the actual CEO in disguise.
When your CEO dresses up as a grumpy janitor?
Been there, done that.
Been there.
It's like Undercover Boss. 2
hot marketing interns, 1 sales guy. Who will win his affection?
Starring me.
Ross, the hot sales guy.
At an office holiday party, it is announced in the opening speech that they will no longer be serving any alcohol.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's fine. We'll do drugs in the bathroom then. So
Great.
be it.
I'm coming fully loaded. We're good.
Like you can stop us. Speaking of drinking.
What if I want to drink and have the best time ever, but I don't want to wake up feeling bad the next day?
Well, then I'm going to have to tell you about this game-changing product, a little something that I like to call pre-alcohol.
Are you talking about Z-Biotics?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking.
Wait. So this is the little shot that you take before your first drink of the night?
Yes. And I'm 36 now. So every time I go out, I take a little pre-alcohol drink and I notice a difference the next day. All right. So even after a long night out, I can confidently plan on the fact that I can be productive the next day.
Spring is here, which means more opportunities to celebrate warmer weather.
Before drinks on the patio, that tropical vacation, or even your best friend's wedding, don't forget your Z-Biotics pre-alcohol.
Drink one before drinking and wake up feeling great.
Go to zbiotics.com/demoted to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use code DEMOTED at checkout.
Z-Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked.
Remember, head to zbiotics.com/demoted and use the code DEMOTED at checkout for 15% off.
Let's get into promoted or demoted, shall we?
Let's do it.
Made up job titles.
I'm going to promote it. As a salesperson, I'm not a salesperson. I'm an account executive. I'm a global account director Northeast. You know what I mean?
Customer service success.
Just throw in some jargon and it's all good. Everybody's a director.
There's this concept called job crafting. This is kind of outside of just making up a title, but it's the concept of like making the dream job for yourself. What would you want that to entail? What would you do every day? I think job crafting is great. And you should do that regardless of if you're allowed to change your title or not. And you're working at a lean, mean startup.
Promoted, demoted, furniture shopping.
So I've done a lot of furniture shopping. I moved in with Matt and we were just kind of actually dividing up the cost last night, which is so fun. It's such a fun couple thing to do. We were going through a spreadsheet. He's like, wow, you really went the F off, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I did. Yep. I had to get those gorgeous, fluffy Lulu and Georgia chairs.
I dare you to spend 10 minutes in Restoration Hardware and not get something.
You have to.
I dare you.
Promoted or demoted, watching a movie sex scene on the airplane.
Promoted. And I lean my chair back so everyone can see.
No, you don't.
I lean my chair back and just so they can see. I'm not afraid.
When that happens, first of all, if it's the person next to me, my eyes are glued. I can't not watch it. I have to watch it. I'm staring.
I'm staring.
And if it's mine, I'm pretending to ruffle with a crinkled up tissue in my bag because I feel so uncomfortable.
Right. You're looking down, you're like pretending you're looking for something like, it's down here somewhere. What is it?
I think did I drop, do you see? I can't look because I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, not me. I lean in and lean back. I lean back and lean in, so to speak.
Person behind you is absolutely loving that.
Yeah. What movie is that? Oh, it's called Backdoor Hose 9. Anyway, promoted, demoted, showing someone a video with sound at the table of a restaurant.
For us, I think this hits a little bit more personally because the worst is when someone's showing your video at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this one that you did. No. I can't look at myself. Once it's posted, I don't want to see it. It actually doesn't exist.
Have you had this situation? I've had this a bunch of times where someone's like explaining to their friend who doesn't know like what I do. They're like, oh, wait, okay, so like, what's your best video? What should I show them to like kick it off? Like, just like give them like a little taste of what you do. And I'm like, they're all bad. So
they're all bad. And how about you do that offline?
And then they do it. Then they're like, here's one. I
can't be scrolling your Instagram with you over your shoulder.
Here's one. And then you have to watch them watch it for the first time.
Oh no, he picked the Lenovo ad.
Yeah,
Holy
and it's
shit.
like, and you're just like, that's not my best. That's probably not what I'd lead off with. And they're like, it's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah. Oh, when someone's watching you and they're this.
Just straight face gang. Has nothing to do really with the sound except for that they can't hear it. But yeah, I'm still going to demote it because it's just not the right time to show someone.
Also, just any video with sound. Like, I can't hear. I'm fully deaf. I'm
at the restaurant. Come on.
Please. Promoted or demoted, starting crying to not get in trouble.
I've never done that.
You've never cried. So that would be a good first step.
I've never cried. Yes, that's true. What do you think? Have you done this? Have you gotten out of it like a ticket? Doing this?
No, Annie and I both have cried about work things because we're just two women running a business. And obviously we're going to cry and be emotional. But I one time had this incredibly uncomfortable moment at my old job where we were 3 people at a table at like a company offsite working on something. And I texted my one friend about something that this person was doing because they were like scrolling Instagram. And I was like, classic, like, so-and-so scrolling Instagram. And they just turn and go, are you scrolling Instagram? Natalie said you were scrolling Instagram.
Ugh.
I immediately broke down. I was like panic attack. Like I just
didn't expect her to
say something.
People want to cry at me, do it. It makes me feel awkward.
Makes me feel so awkward.
It makes you want to do like a very flat-handed, like there, kind of like pat on the head. Because I don't know how to console people.
They're there.
They're there. It's going to be all right. Let's do a little Dear Demoted and then get people up out of here.
Dear Demoted, corporate girly question. In the market for a new job, should I take the 45-minute commute, 3 days a week role that pays $5K-ish more or the remote role?
$5K divided by 90 minutes times 7 for the week. So 90 times 7, whatever that is. Figure out the hourly that 5K attaches to your, decide how much your time is worth, I guess. Do the math on what that actual time value is of that 5K. I would tell you to take the remote role.
I probably would too, but I feel like we're in this swing right now. A lot of the women I interviewed for the corporate Natalie position were like, is there an in-person, aspect? Like I'm really getting I'm going crazy being alone in my house. Like I really do want that. So if you're with your team and stuff, 3 days is a lot. If it was 2, I'd say definitely commute because 2 days is like fun.
Yeah.
3 is like, oh God.
Oh, I didn't realize it said 3 days a week. So my times 7 didn't make sense. It was actually times 3.
I was just letting you go. I was like, okay, Albert Einstein, go for it. Who's working 7 days a week? It would have been 5 anyway, idiot.
Yeah. And I'm dumb. Anyway,
I would 90 times 7 is.
Carry the 7 minus 14. Take the tangent, square root.
Our advice is
what do you want?
What you
do
want.
What you want. Okay, now let's go into a Spotify comment because that's one of the things we're starting to read. We love reading reviews, but these Spotify comments that we've discovered recently are just rich with content. So the first one says, and this is from Karen Espinosa 06. Congratulations, Ross. Such a big life update. Can't wait to hear some of the new parents in the workforce content. I'm due in May with my first. Congratulations to Natalie as well on the big move. Of which, thank you.
Ross, you're having a kid. Natalie, congrats on moving apartments down the street. And then this one is submitted from Kyle, a Spotify comment.
Kyle.
Not groundbreaking information, but I'd give this 10 out of 10, which is a callback to someone who filled out a survey after Ross gave an SKO. It said, not groundbreaking information.
Not groundbreaking information, but I'd give this a 10 out of 10. And that is funny and true. And you know what? That's fine. Everything, like we've said this a million times, everything's been said already. Everything's been done already. It's just how do we repackage it and put it into our own words. So yeah, nothing on this podcast, not a single thing.
It's groundbreaking.
It's groundbreaking.
Unless we bring some good guests on, which we are
doing. That is more groundbreaking. We're working on it. There's more coming.
Working on it. Quick shout out submitted by Karaoke Chef.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Natalie and Ross, been watching your Instagram reels and now listening to the pod for a while. Full on Moterhead here. Spelling ?
Spelled right.
Moter. Well done.
Spelled right.
So many of these things you talk about remind me of the job I left a couple months ago and remind me, in a good way, of some of my ex-colleagues. Claire Bear, Justin Credible, and Ling Lang. And Ling Ling.
I think it's just incredible. Just incredible. And I knock over the mic. Just
incredible. Okay.
Just incredible.
Okay.
Justin Space Credible.
These are nicknames for her work besties. It's appearing. Okay. Some of my ex-colleagues, Claire Bear, Just Incredible, and Ling Ling.
Ling Ling, of course. They're my three of my favorite people from my old job, and I think they'd really love the pod too. P.S. We are your elder millennial audience that also looks at your stuff on LinkedIn. Keep up the great work. Yes, thank you for watching on LinkedIn. Now, I think you should row with that like button if you want to.
Row a million meters.
Row a million
like
friggin' meters with that like button.
Tell that like button, I'm only paying you $20, but you better work here for the experience.
Tell the like button that you enjoy their company, but you still want a 7% raise.
Make the subscribe button the lead in your new Netflix workplace comedy.
Comment, as always, interesting posts. Now that we have Spotify comments, feel free to comment on there if you want to. More importantly, share this podcast with your friends, because they deserve to listen to it. They should listen to it. We want them to listen to it. We need more Moterheads. We need more of that content. Contact at demotedpodcast.com. Hit us with it. And
see you next week on
Demoted.
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 Remoted.